Hi, welcome back to the show. Recently somebody reached out to me and asked me if I could do a video showing how to make something super simple. So today we're going to make egg roll in a bowl. And what makes this so simple is you really have no preparation to do whatsoever. It's all just cooking. We're going to buy prepackaged ingredients and that's what's going to make it quick and easy. So to begin with, we're going to get on to the ingredients. You'll need 2 pounds of ground meat. I chose ground chicken for the neutral flavor as well as the reduced calories. 1 bag of shredded carrots. We'll use about 3/4 of this bag and save the rest for later. 3 bags or 1 kilogram of coleslaw salad mix. 1 bottle of Asian sauce of choice. I chose this stir-fry sauce. 2 cups of rice, more or less based on your own needs. I chose 2 as it gives me 6 servings, about 3/4 of a cup each. And finally, 2.5 cups of water. Typically you'd use 2 cups here, but I prefer slightly wetter rice. To make things simple, today we'll be using an Instant Pot to prepare our rice. Start by setting the Instant Pot to high pressure and cook the rice for 4 minutes. Once the cooking time is up, allow it to naturally release for 12 minutes. When it's done, open the lid, fluff the rice, and portion it into 6 equal servings. Now it's time to cook the chicken. First, we'll give the pan a few sprays of oil to avoid sticking. Next, go ahead and add the chicken to the pan, remembering to remove the paper backing. Then using our meat chopper, we want to break the chicken into smaller chunks. If you want one of these, I'll leave a link in the description for you. Cover the meat and allow it to continue cooking. Continue chopping the meat until it's broken into the size you want and fully cooked. Okay, so now that the meat's done, I'm just going to pour that off into a bowl here. I'm going to need it in a minute. Set that aside. And all you can do, we're using pre-packaged veggies so that we don't have to cut anything. We don't have to prep anything. Makes life easier. And you are just going to dump these in here. Take out these big chunks. Ooh, that's a lot. And we're losing some. Throw a lid on those and let them steam a bit, and I'm going to clean up while we wait. Partway through the cooking process, I came to realize that this pan is way too small for this amount of veggies. So I split it in half, and I'll cook both halves separately and combine them later in the video. For now, we'll add a handful of shredded carrots, give this a good stir, cover, and allow it to cook down fully. Once both batches of your veggies have finished and you've mixed them back together, you're going to add in your sauce. I'm using a stir-fry sauce. You can use any kind of sauce you want. You can use a teriyaki here. The goal is just to find something that you like, and that's going to make it simple because you don't have to make the sauce. I'm just going to pour this right in. And mix. Now once your veggies are done, everything's mixed together and incorporated, we're going to add the ground chicken back in, or ground meat of your choice. I go with chicken, do the calorie count. This is going to be difficult because I did not account for the size of all of this. We're going to try and stir this in as much as we can. So let simmer a little bit longer and everything to marry the flavors. So now that we're happy with the way everything turned out, everything looks well cooked, The veggies are nice and soft. It's time to plate up and eat. Simply take a plate, add about a cup of rice. You can make it all fancy and create a little fancy pile there if you want. Spoon your mixture right on top. Now it's time to go ahead and taste this bad boy. That is really good. Low calorie, high protein, not too hard on the carbs. We only get about 3/4 to a cup of rice in there. You put as much as you feel you need. If you want to continue learning how to make recipes like this, I'd love it if you could subscribe to my channel. I'd love to hear some feedback in the comment section on the new lighting setup I have. So if you have any comments or if you have any suggestions, please hit me with them in the comments. If you want to see any specific recipes, also leave that information as well. For now, please like, comment, and subscribe.